I'm going.
I'm recording.
There we go.
Another day of recording this fucking hell.
Hey, it's fun. I like it.
We definitely should try to record another episode this week.
Yeah, some people like cock and ball torture too, Nathan. Doesn't necessarily mean it's for everyone.
I don't know about that.
Hey, don't you compare this to CBT.
You're right, CBT at least has a thrill to it.
God. What the heck? Is that a cryptid?
Podcast.
I don't know about cryptid, but it's definitely an icon.
It's
I'm
something.
more of a blood-tid man.
So have you guys seen Moist Critical react to Gibby's life as an actor?
I have actually, yeah.
I need to watch that.
It was a separate channel that uploaded it, so I wonder if he's not actually on his channel or something. But
Was it Huge
You know
Charles or was it just a re-upload channel?
no,
it was
just
just a
fan.
random channel.
It was a fan
Oh.
that did it. I think it was a stream highlight he never put on YouTube or something.
Oh, I got it.
But you know that iconic scene where Gibby falls from the ceiling? Gibby!
I mean, he breaks
You know-
some ribs, doesn't he?
Yes, and
Yeah,
he was
that guy.
also ordered by his doctor to not do stunt doubling anymore. He's no longer a stunt
Oh.
double.
I mean,
Like,
hey, of
it
all
was
the
that
stunts
bad.
to go out on, that's a good one to end on.
I mean, it was legendary.
When you literally bounce 3 feet off of a solid concrete floor, that's a worthwhile shot.
I mean, yeah, it's just like an Always Sunny. Just keep the shot rolling.
Yeah, like when Caitlin Olsen slammed her fucking head into the car. That was
Iconic.
real. And no stunt
God.
double. That was Caitlin Olsen.
Absolutely iconic.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bloomfield Podcast. This is the podcast about nothing, but sometimes something. It's also the podcast where the short topic doesn't have to be short, and the long topic does not have to be long, as long as there are two of them. I am
It's
here
also the
with my
podcast
co-host
with
or
an
a permanent
infinitely
guest.
long intro.
What?
Fuck you, shut up, and fuck you.
I'll have to listen to that on playback. I have no idea what he just fucking said.
I'm just giving Nathan shit, and he's gonna cut this anyway.
Well,
so.
no, I know you're giving him shit. It's just one of those things where it's like I have sensory overload, like the worst kind, like an old lady driving on the highway. So like if more than one person is talking, I tune out. Like I can't help it. I can't
I get that.
understand.
That happens to me a lot. I got brain.
I mean,
It's not the full word. We don't have to censor it.
What the fuck?
all right, we'll see about that. I'll see y'all editing
Bass?
it down, I guess.
You're a fucking coward. You bow down to Susan Wojak.
Dude, I don't. Is that Wojak?
As you can
that
clearly
shadow
see, I,
Anyway,
I
I'm
drove
like-
myself as the swole jack, and you are the soy jack.
No, I drew myself as the Chad, and you as the soy jack. There is no such
yes.
thing as a swole jack.
There should be.
Well,
though.
I will be. I will make it.
So
sometime.
I'm
Stop
Logan, by the
eating
way.
corn dogs.
I am a Twitch streamer supposedly,
Yes.
and also
then-
a permanent guest.
I'm an
Yeah.
alleged menace to society.
Alleged.
That one-
How can
that's-
you allegedly be a menace?
This is part of my community service hours, court mandated.
Imagine if a court starts
Really?
mandating time on a podcast. That would be such a shit.
I
community
sentence
service.
you to being the third white guy on a podcast where white guys refuse to go to therapy.
I will never go to therapy. I mean, maybe.
None of us will. That's why we're recording this podcast.
Yeah, like why go to therapy when I can just like hug a homie? You know, that's all you need sometimes is just a good.
Why
hug.
go to therapy when you can just assault and harass homeless people?
Right.
And they can't go home to defend themselves.
What? I mean, you could beat up an orphan. What they gotta do? Tell their parents?
Dude, I could fucking piece up an orphan. Just
Yeah, the pop for good measure.
All right, this is getting ridiculous. So, how have you guys been?
Dylan,
That's a
why don't you
loaded question.
start? It is a
God
loaded
dang it.
question. I mean, isn't it always? I feel like we say that every time. or at least every other time.
I mean, I said it, and y'all were like, "It's not a load question." I'm like, "Yes, it is." Well, I was all right. Work was kind of dog shit, but there was this really funny thing that happened at work today.
I'm very interested, and I didn't completely cut you off when you were about to say it before we got on pod. So continue.
Yeah, he put a gun. He put a gun to my head and balls simultaneously. It said,
Save it for the pod!
Save it for the pod, you fucking cocksucker." So I was in the training room, which is like where the computers are, and I was just doing something on the computer. And Jordan, one of the other guys around my age on the my like team, came in. And we were just chatting stuff, and it was just us in the training room. And then all of a sudden, we hear this, like, deep, echoing, bellowy, like, wet fart, like, but even worse. And we both just look at each other, because it's like, we're both just thinking in our head, there's no way that motherfucker just did that next to me. And then we look a little bit more, I look more to the right, and Jordan looks over his shoulder, and there's just Herbert, one of the older guys on our team, and man's built like a unit. He's rotund. And he's just giving us this shit-eating grin. And me and Jordan just busted out laughing. And I was trying to compose myself. And then I would look back over at Jordan, who was fucking losing his shit. It was, oh my god. Because it was just totally silent, Shem. There was nothing going on than just the fucking deafening fart. As if to announce his arrival.
Just ripped ass.
Yeah.
My man ripped and teared ass until it was done.
Oh jeez. Yeah, that old people are very funny to think about, because sometimes, you know, at least from what my experience, old people are usually like try to be kind of formal, if a little loose at times, you know, just to kind of keep it light. And then they just rip ass in public for no damn reasons. Like, huh?
That's why I can't wait to be old, so I have an excuse to rip ass in public. Cause
wait, you don't just crack them off as you're going down and crop dust children?
I do. Oh my god, I can't tell you how many freaking like aisles I've bombed at my workplace.
I mean, I tag the bowling alley all the time, man. It's pretty constant.
Have you seen that meme with Patrick Bateman? Is that his name? Christian Bale's character in American Psycho? And it's like him staring directly at the camera. It's like my face as I try not to laugh as I crop dusted the little shit in the other aisle. So funny.
I'll be at the front desk of the bowling alley, and I'll just rip mighty ass, and then one of my coworkers is like walking like in the general direction towards the front desk, and I'm just sitting there, he's like, "Don't come up here, don't come here, don't do it."
Jesus Christ, there's more bruises and cuts on my arm than an alt TikTok girl.
Oh my god. So anyway,
Jesus Christ.
I'd say I'm doing okay. Today was hung out with Nathan a little bit, got to drive his new car, sick ass vehicle.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, my new phone case came in. I mean, it's pretty sick. That Cowboy Bebop one I have, the red and black one. It's nice. And what else did I do today? Oh, I woke up. I mean, I guess that's something.
True.
But I'm out of school now, so semester's over. About to get to get a job at the bowling alley where Nate's working, so that'd be nice. And I just recently got back home from up further upstate because I went to my great uncle's house. I think that's what is your parents' uncle in relation to the child?
Yeah, that'd be your great uncle, because it would be the brother of your grandmother or
Right. So wouldn't it be whatever? My grunkle Jerry. I love my grunkle Jerry. Jerry is a homie, and he pays me handsomely for doing the most mundane shit. I mean, it's work. Don't get me wrong. I got on top of an RV and a camper and scrubbed the shit out of the roof in the boiling heat, and I made quite a bit of money, so I'm happy. Wait, am I? I don't know. Nate, how's your day been?
You happy with the money? Yeah.
Oh, I love my Uncle Jerry. I would have done it for free. How's your day?
I mean, I hung out with you. Our days are probably about the same because we shared it more or less. I bought a new game. Might try it out at some point. Risk of Rain 2. I am excited. It seems like a cool game. I'll give it a shot eventually once I dig through all my other games that I've started playing.
Oh yeah, I gotta send you the money for my copy. Shit. Oh yeah, I bought Nier Automata too. Nier Automata Booty Simulator. I'm happy about that.
All right, so let's go ahead and get on to the topics, boys. What numbers you want?
1.
Yeah, I'll pick number 2 because I feel like shit today. Or I've been feeling like shit all week, but I'm 3 then.
That is
I'll be the
3.
poopy this time, Nathan. I'll take the bullet for you.
the poopy.
I'll be the piss sandwich.
Yeah.
All right, it's number 2.
Oh fuck. All right.
Why, there's just a deafening silence when you win.
Man, only 90s kids remember when Logan never got to have a topic.
It happens a lot now.
Yeah, it does. So, so we're no longer doing short or long topics, you said? We're dropping
that was more or less a joke. We don't really have a barometer for it anymore. It's technically still the short and long, but we just barely have. There's no rules anymore. It's just 2 topics, and it's preferred if one's short or long. I don't really give a shit anymore.
Hostile takeover.
We did it, Dillon. All right. So I think this will be a fun one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd say with depending on where you live, it seems like every family is a bit different. Just a hair or two. A lot of families can be similar. I would say, Nathan, our families, in terms of priorities and stuff, are kind of similar in ideologies and stuff. But there's always that quirk. There's always that one thing, or even a handful of things you see about another person's family, and it's like, what the fuck? So, gentlemen, the topic here is shit you or your family does that is weird to other people, or that you find weird about other families. You can take it the other direction. So, Dillon, Nate, you got anything in particular that you've questioned about other families from friends?
I find it extremely weird how Nathan has a loving family.
Right? Seriously,
everyone in his family loves each other. Like, his parents have a functioning marriage. And that's a fairy tale to me and Logan.
No joke. I've told Nathan on multiple occasions, and that I just find it fucking weird that his family all gets together for a Sunday dinner. Is like your cousins.
Unheard of.
You see them every week. You see your aunts and your uncles, and they don't have problems with your dad or your mom. It's like, what the fuck?
I haven't seen a singular one of my cousins in like 2+ years.
I see them on the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that is it.
I don't even see them then.
Lucky. No, I don't know, man. It just never works out for me. I never see people on a regular basis that I'm related to unless it's people I live with. So, for real though, Nathan, do you have anything about other, like my family, for example? What's weird about my family? It's a loud silence.
Okay, so off the top of my head, I think the thing that I find strangest about Logan's family is there's this natural level of sass in the way they all talk to each other. I have no way else to explain it.
Oh.
It's just it's more or less, you guys are kind of like quippy and snarky towards each other sometimes. That's just how it is. In my family, that would be disrespect and back-talking.
It's more disrespect and back-talking when we were kids. As we got older, because we grew up to be we always grew up to be a lot like our parents in terms of this, that, or the other. In terms of being a dick or snippy, yeah, I get that from my mom and dad, because they do that to each other all the damn time. So when we got older and we learned how to do tone and sarcasm properly, I guess you could say, they started picking up on it. So yeah, it's very casual, like I can poke fun at them for the most part, and it's no big deal, just because they get it. They didn't have that with their folks, because I've heard enough stories that you even joke about anything at the kitchen table, they basically just straight up told you, all right, then you ain't getting nothing to eat. That's the kind of shit. That's the kind of shit my dad grew up with, and he's like, I don't want that shit for my kids. It's like, I want them to have a fun time. So yeah,
it's not like it's not like it's impossible to have conversations like that and have some quippy dialogue. It's just it's at a different level with you guys at the very least.
Yeah, I get. Not everybody is like that. Some parents you know, not in a bad way, but some parents are very much more about the army drill sergeants, you know, keep in line or I'll have to put you in line, which, not saying your folks are like that, but, you know, there are some people out there, no matter how old they get, they just don't talk like that to their folks. Like, I've seen that. Even in my extended family, like, I'll see that all the time. You just don't say stuff like that to your folks. Like cursing. You don't curse in front of your mother. That's the rule. Do not curse in front of the mama or grandma. So, yeah. I break that rule every day.
Yeah, things have changed. Like, it's definitely more lax, but, you know, especially the tone. The tone and way that you say stuff is very important, especially with my mom. That is a huge thing with her.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Dylan? Can you ever like poke fun at your parents every once in a while with sarcasm or?
I mean, I'm just kind of a blatant to my dad because he's a giant dickwad.
Right, but you don't.
Fair.
We're talking friendly jabs here, not malicious. No, not at all.
To be fair,
I guess
mean,
to your mom,
I
then.
say maybe like 10 words to my parents through the course of the day, and that's honestly just because they talk to me first.
Right.
I stay in my room, and when I come out of my room to get snacks, they think that's an invitation to talk to me, and it's really not. I'm a sociopath because no, listen. When I get home from work, or like when I first wake up in the morning, if you talk to me, it makes me violently angry. Because I don't want to go through and relive my entire day and give you the play-by-play as soon as I get home from work. I don't want to do it. And if I have just woken up, that means the sweet release of death in the form of sleep has been taken from me.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me then. Like, I need at least a solid hour before I am willing to utter a singular word to people. So I hate when I show up to work, because it only takes like 20 minutes to get to work, and, you know, people say good morning to me, and I'm just like, I rely on my autopilot then. I'm just like, you motherfuckers, it is not a good morning. Shut the fuck up.
I would say something I found
the morning
weird.
is not good. It's not good.
Something I found weird about other families, and this is something that actually kind of came as a detriment to me growing up, is that does it seem like to you guys that other families don't hug a lot? You know what I mean? Like, just randomly give a family member a hug. Because, like, I do that. I'm a hugger. I give people hugs. I love hugging people because it's how I show affection. And everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, other kids would look at me weird growing up because I wanted to give somebody a hug. You know what I mean? Apparently physical affection is gay. It's not that deep, homie. I just want to give you a hug.
I hug my mom a lot, but I don't really hug anyone else. And, like, I do like hugs, but I've just basically spent 99% of my life never getting any. So now on the rare occasion someone wants to hug me, I'm just like, no thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. My whole entire family, and like most of my life, I haven't really been like a physically affectionate person. So that's just not really it for me. And it's nothing to do with like, oh, I was never hugged as a child. No, I mean, that's not true. I don't know. Just the more I grew up and, you know, I turned into the person I am and I'm like an adult now, I just don't like people in my space. Now, granted, it's a really huge sign of respect and trust if I do let you hug me. But on the whole, though, it's not really something I do very often because I don't usually like it, per se.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. You know, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, I got looks, you know, growing up.
I feel like it's just rude. Like, to judge for that, to be upset about, that's rude, though. Like, yeah. If it's a situation where it's explained and it's like, I just like hugging people, I feel like it's rude to judge harshly on that. Because I don't judge harshly for it. Even though I don't like hugs, I think it's completely fine with it that people do.
Yeah, like, I won't hug someone without explicit permission now, because you're an adult, things are much different now. It's just, you know, when you're a kid, you know, things are innocent. It's not a big deal. It's just a fucking hug. And, like, you know, straight up, just, I'm not kidding, people just straight up did not want to be around me. But they wouldn't say anything. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but yeah, it was kind of shitty growing up. So I just hugged I just hugged my parents the whole time, basically.
Yeah, that's like it feels weird. It's odd when people just randomly give hugs because it's something that people don't really do. Because like I was at the bowling alley, I was doing my job, and I was like catering and like helping out with this kid's party, and it was such a sweet kid. It was really nice. And like before he left, he was like, "Ah, thank you so much." And he was like really nice and sweet. And then he just like hugged my leg, and it was like, what, what? And it was it was just odd, but it was really cute though. It's like, God, it's weird just for people to just randomly just hug people to me. It's just odd.
I don't know.
Maybe it's because, Nathan, that we're fucking cretins undeserving of love. Maybe that's why it's like we're so unused to it. So then when people want to give us hugs, we're just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Have you seen me?"
I mean, at least people didn't look at you and think, "Oh God, that's that weirdo who hugs people." I mean,
no, they looked at me and they said, "That's that weirdo who is devoid of all human touch and contact."
That's what I'm getting at, though. I feel like more people are used to less physical contact than people like that enjoy physical contact like me. Like I feel like I'm kind of in a minority in my sense, or at least we're in the area that we all grew up in. You know what I mean? Like it just seems very taboo to people when hugs are just distributed.
Distribute hugs to the masses.
Another one that I thought was weird is Nathan. I was at your house one time, and I emptied the milk carton, like the gallon of milk. I took the last of it, and I was drinking it, and I disposed of the gallon of milk the way that I would at my house. I put water in it to rinse out the milk that's already in it so it doesn't stink up the house. I smush it down, let all the air out, put the cap on, and I throw it in the trash. And you gave me, I don't remember exactly what you said, but you almost said something kind of like, "What the hell are you doing to that thing?" Basically, I was like, "I'm just disposing of the milk cart."
I remember that. I remember. I remember. I looked at you. I looked at you and I was like, "What are you doing, man?" Like I think that's what I said. And then he was like, "I'm getting rid of the milk jug." It's like, well, just you could just throw it away. You know that, right? I found it odd because I never did that. That's something I never did. It makes sense, honestly. It makes sense. I just never did it.
It's so shocking when you do something like out of habit for so long, and then someone asks you, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh God, no! Normal people don't do this."
I had a moment like that with Nathan a while ago, but it involved like a completely other, different type of topic.
I mean, might as well. We tangent all the time.
Do it.
We were like walking on the trail, and of course, classic me and Nathan, we were talking about dicks, and we discovered that we have different dick types. Because you
full pause. What?
Like a dick can be like straight as an arrow, or a lot of the time like they're curved or something, or like they'll lean slightly. And Nathan's a filthy straight arrow boy.
Like I know. I know they could be curved. I always knew that, yes, but I didn't think I was weird for mine being pretty straight, though.
I feel like the majority of dicks I've ever seen were curved at least to a degree. I don't see many straight as an arrow cocks.
Alright, I just want to address something. Nathan, you are on a delay right now. I think you're on a delay with your internet. So if the conversation sounds a little stilted when you're listening to this, viewers, Nathan is slightly slight desync. It's not horrible, but you have a slight delayed reaction, Nate.
Crap.
Okay, back to dicks.
Dicks.
Sporting goods.
Dick.
Okay. So, all right. I guess I have to share mine. I'm curved. I curve.
Hey, curved boys.
It'll mostly go straight up for the most part, but like if it's a really like red hot one, yeah, it curves pretty hard. So.
I always joke mine goes up and to the left like my political leanings. Which isn't even accurate, but it's funny.
Does it ever hit a 90-degree angle?
No. Oh, God.
Does he ever
question mark?
Does it ever get confused, Dillon?
No, it never looks like a game of Snake or like a Riddler trophy.
Oh, God.
I think I don't think it's weird that it's straight. I definitely think I agree with Dillon though. because lol porn. Most dicks I've ever seen they usually kind of curve. Although
even
I've
IRL
seen
dicks
pointed ones like arrows though. I've seen them.
yeah, I've seen. I don't think I've seen a straight arrow dick in real life. I've seen curved dicks online and a small handful in real life. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah, share that story first chance you get, please. Anyway,
That'd be another pod.
Fellas, the topics. How many dicks have you seen in real life, other than your own?
2.
3, I think.
I
won't go into it. We'll save it for another time. But yeah,
I've
2.
only.
One of them is mine.
I think 1. Other than mine, I think 1.
3, not including mine.
Oh damn!
All right.
Mine was including. Oh that shit! Wow.
Oh god, Dylan's seen 3 dicks.
Dylan's seen some penis.
Man. Oh my god.
But shit, what were we talking about? Curved dicks, right?
2. It's 2 or 3. I can't remember.
We were talking about how weird families are. We got the dicks naturally.
Well, hold on.
That's pretty
Just
weird.
Real quick though. Straight dick. Do you mean straight from your bladder, or do you mean straight up, Dylan?
No, I'm talking about like straight, like it comes out and it does not curve up, down, left, or right. Like it's just straight as an arrow, right from the pelvis.
Yeah, it just looks like it just straight up looks like a pole. Just no.
Just a hot
wow.
dog suspended from cable.
You
Really?
know what?
Okay.
You know, like those jet boosters on the side of a space shuttle, like those large like silo boosters.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Yeah. Okay, that is a little off because usually when I think straight up, or straight dicks, I think straight up, like they're pointing straight up towards the belly button.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's not put like straight up, like it curves up a little bit, but it's like mine's not like a severe curve. It's not like a fucking. It's not like the letter C or some shit.
I mean, mine goes up, but it goes straight up, but it curves, like it bends. You know what I mean? Like it curves that
Basically,
way. So.
like if you cup your palm slightly, that's like roughly.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Kind of like a C shape almost, but like
Just a very, very shallow C.
Oh my
Like
god,
the
why are we
hump-
talking
like-
about our dicks now?
like the hump on the letter capital D. Kind of like that.
Not quite that severe. Think like a parentheses maybe.
Yeah, bracket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Nathan's hyperventilating because he can't handle talking about his own cock.
So weird shit. Another weird thing that another family does. This is actually a family related to mine. It's my dad's cousin, and we went to their house in New Jersey in 2016. They have this weird thing. All right, before I say it, fellas, when you use a towel in the shower, when you dry yourself off and you got your washcloth and stuff, you just throw it in the hamper for the wash, right? And then it gets washed. Like one use, that towel is dirty, it goes in the wash.
The body towel,
Sometimes
or
like
your whole
2 or
body?
3 uses.
The body just the towel you dry off with, the big towel you dry off with, and then your washcloth that you use to wash your body. Both of those towels, one use, you dry yourself off with the big towel, but they both go in the hamper, correct?
I feel like I get 2 or 3 uses out of them, to be fair.
It depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll get some more use out of the dry towel. Sometimes I won't. It's just what I'm feeling, I guess. Every now and again, maybe.
Okay, then I'm definitely the weird one here. You use that towel at all, it makes contact with your body, hamper. Hamper. It's dirty.
That's
that shit's
fair.
nasty.
That's fair, but my mom just doesn't like washing clothes and all like the cloths and whatnot. So we try to use them as much as possible to make her not work more.
Oh god. So that's what I was gonna say. We had one towel per person for like 3 days, and it's like, no, God, no, that's dumb. I'm sorry, I can't. It's like, cause they don't dry. We left our towels hanging on the shower, like the shower bar that holds the shower curtain, and they were still just as soaked as when we used them the 24 hours prior. It's like, no, I'm putting that shit on my body and I'm freezing. It's like, what the hell? No.
See, we actually have like a rack, and it's like above the vent, so like it doesn't take long at all for our towels to dry.
It's like a So it's just a normal rack with a vent or like a towel heater.
No, it's just like a little bar that you hang it over, and then like the AC vent is right below it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Now, I would like put mine in my bedroom, like over the foot of my bed, because there's like a wood headboard near the feet of it, and like I sling over the towel over that, and it's usually under my ceiling fan. Those will dry out pretty well.
Okay, then I'm definitely the odd one out here. Then I don't know.
I
it
feel
just
like
seems weird.
I feel like that's fair though. What you're talking about. I feel like that's fair at least.
Do y'all ever like? I know the typical way for like guys to wear the towels like at the waist. Do y'all ever like do the alternate method like most women do like below the armpits?
Oh,
Over the chest?
titty towel.
Yeah, have y'all ever done the titty towel wrap?
No, it just goes over the hips. Cover my junk and my ass.
I mean, I always do the hips, but like there's been a couple occasions where I'm like, let me see how this looks, and it looks ridiculous.
Well, we have a couple of different we have a couple of different like sized towels in the house. Like some of them aren't that long. Like they may not even technically be supposed to be towels because we have a shitload of giant towels in the house. Like there's towels that could be a fucking blanket in our house. But there's some that are actually kind of short, so they can only go down from my hips to just below my knees. So it's like, this is not going to cover everything if I put this over my chest.
Some of my towels are definitely not long enough for my waist, so more or less, I just cover like the front of my body and maybe like half an ass cheek. And then I just gotta waddle to my room with my ass cheeks hanging out.
You're a fucking cretin.
Do you ever...
It's my house! I could be naked in my own house.
Oh, fuck.
It's your parents' house.
No. Hell no.
If I'm home alone, like, yeah, briefly I'll like be naked in my own like room, but like,
no.
Nathan out here just walking around his parents' house naked with a corn dog in his mouth.
No chance in hell. I can't do it. I can't walk around with my junk out because, well, first of all, if I get caught, I'll get my fucking ass beat.
Nah,
I can run around with as less clothes as I want as long as I have underwear and shorts on. That's it. No running around in my tighty whities. But I know this. Here's the thing. I'm usually very careful about things I'm not supposed to do. One time I watched an angry video game nerd video 10 feet away from my father while he was asleep in his room because I thought he was at work, and I nearly got busted because I almost woke him up, and I listened to that shit on full blast. Like, no, I thought, oh, I'm in the house alone. I'm gonna take the earbuds out and watch some very vulgar videos on YouTube. And I heard Dad shift in his bed. I heard him, make those, like, I'm waking up, but I'm not awake yet. And I nearly shat myself. Like, I had genuine fear in my heart. I know the second I decide to walk around this house naked, they will be in the house without my knowing, and they're going to see my full dick and balls out. So, no.
Yeah.
Just no.
Yeah, I get that. I will at most walk into my living room without a shirt on, but yeah. Like, I don't...
Oh, yeah, the titties are out all the time. Like, I almost never wear a shirt at home. I never wear a shirt at home. Unless someone's coming over.
Yeah. Well, like, I'll always wear pants stuff. Like, I usually wear a shirt. Like, sometimes I don't know. But it's like, I can't, like, walk around in my boxers or something. Because, like, I don't want my balls to spill out as I take a step.
Yeah, my folks, changed my diapers enough as a baby. They don't need to see my junk ananymore, Like, I'm going to spare them this.
I mean,
this is my burden to carry.
Do you guys ever just Winnie the Pooh it?
Shirt with no pants? Why?
I don't know. Just every now and again, mostly whenever I'm like in my room or like in my game room or something like that. So, if I feel like it, sometimes I'll just be Winnie the Pooh in it. I got a tank top on, no pants, maybe socks, probably not socks, but just just chilling.
No, never socks unless it's cold. See, that's the thing. It stays hot in my house. It's always hot in here. It's summer, winter, spring, whatever the hell. It is always fucking hot in this house. So yeah, it's rarely Winnie the Poohing. Poohing it up.
If I inhabit a room, it is at least 10 degrees colder than other parts of the house. I make sure of that.
Yeah, well, you guys don't have you guys only have what is it, electric heat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then that makes sense. You guys probably don't have the heat on all the time. Yeah, my parents are like, hot is good, cold is evil, because it's might be hot in hell, but cold's worse or something. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I'm a large man, so I get hot fast, so I need the cold.
That's fair.
So yeah.
I'm
Also, I realized I forgot to plug up my laptop, so we were like on a ticking time bomb here. I'm like at 15% battery.
Oh boy, is it time for our very first ever Bloomfeld intermission?
I mean, we're just gonna ride it out. If I die, I die.
I think Dylan's dead.
Dillon might be.
I'm not dead, but I'm gonna throw this fucking microphone into the sun.
Is it being that bad?
It has cut audio 5 times.
Oh god.
Cut?
As in, it will stop, like, it loses audio and shit. Because it's like, the thing is coming disconnected from the USB port, and the USB port on my computer is not loose or anything, because I've used that USB, like, I've used multiple different USB devices. This is the only fucking one. And I'm not moving either. Like, I'm doing my absolute best not to move in my seat at all. And this fucker is just, like, saying, fucking USB device not recognized. I'm like, I will fucking skin you alive, Windows.
Have you tried a different USB port?
Yes. It's just because, like, the connection, like, the USB, like, end of the mic is just loose, which I guess I should have expected because I got a pre-owned mic.
Ooh. Do you think it's on the mic's end, or is it on the cable's end?
I'm not sure. All I know is this thing is being a piece of shit. Because I've been having issues with it, and it's just getting worse and worse.
I didn't know you bought it. Dylan, you should not have bought a pre-owned mic, dude.
That's why it was so cheap.
Buy pre-owned shit.
God.
God.
Y'all sent me the link, I'm pretty
now.
sure.
Well, yeah, but that was just the link to get you an idea of what you're looking for. It's not like we were like, hey, buy this exact listing.
I mean, I think we made a mistake giving him the red one, though. That was probably a little too tantalizing.
Damn it, you're right.
I have no impulse control.
I don't think any of us do.
Maybe not. I mean, I was like, yeah, I'm going to save money. I bought like 2 fucking games today. One was against my will, but yeah, I bought 2 games today.
I've been getting had.
It's fine.
Alright,
then
we back on topic.
I mean, we're 40 minutes in. We may be time to change topic.
Probably. I mean,
but Dylan, for the future, you need to buy a new cord, and if that doesn't solve it, we're gonna need to get you a new mic.
Yeah.
Because this is a problem. I'll help you. I mean, I'd say me and Nathan are willing to help you invest in a new one, so it isn't as a big of a deal for you.
Yeah.
If need
Hopefully it's just a cable issue, and if not, I don't fucking know.
We'll help you out. I'm about to start working too, so we'll both have disposable income. Nathan, why don't you spin the wheel?
Alright, I'm spinning the wheel of morality.
Turn. Tell us the person who will be a fucking, I don't know.
It's number 2 again, so hold on.
Aren't you supposed to
so
remove
my next
it from the
topic-
pool, Nathan?
Alright, so this time it's number 3.
Which is you.
Alright, so this topic I will preface with a short story, because I feel like this... So the topic is just this idea of, that doesn't look good.
Oh boy.
So I went to Walmart and I decided to like, okay, I'm gonna go into the sporting goods section. I'm gonna buy a pair of compact binoculars because I've been going out and taking more nature walks and stuff like that, and I realized like, man, I wanna like look at some shit because I remember one time I saw a fox and it was really cool, but I want to see it better. And I decided, just fuck it, I'll go get a pair of compact binoculars, some decent ones, and then like some shitty ones. So I went and got those binoculars, and then it was a whole entire it was an ordeal. It fucking sucked, but it took too long. But I finally got them. And then I went out to my car, and I was just kind of hanging out, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pop these bad boys open. And I popped them open. I adjusted the binoculars. I was looking around. I was like, oh, cool. These things work really well. They're really cool. And I was looking around a bit, looking left or right and stuff, and then someone walked by the binoculars. It's like, oh, hey, there's a person. And then I kind of sat back for a minute. It's like, wait a minute. I'm just some random dude in a parking lot with binoculars looking at people walking to Walmart.
Nathan, this is how you get a misdemeanor.
I know, and I finally realized, like, oh, shit, fuck, shit. So I just like revved up my car and drove away like really fast, which probably made it look worse.
Nathan, you are the least socially graceful person I've ever met.
No, it's awful.
God.
I felt so bad. It's like, oh my god, that looked awful.
Oh
Dude,
my
like 5 more minutes and the
god.
cops would have been knocking on your window.
FBI, open up. Oh my god. What was going through your mind when you were driving home?
I was like, oh my god. I was looking at my mirror to see if there was a cop behind me or not.
Nathan escaped the police.
Okay,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
so I want to know if you guys have either witnessed or were the center of a situation that had no ill intent, but just didn't look too right.
Oh god, that's hard.
I mean, I'm just... the only thing that came to mind was straight up just a situation that wasn't innocent.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I guess
someone was getting a blowy in the alleyway. Turns out they were.
It did
Fuck.
it involved me stealing
Oh, Dillon.
from a church.
Oh, Dillon.
I was like 10.
I mean, if it's in the whole like, oh, that doesn't look very good. I'm curious.
I don't even know why it was... Actually, I think I might remember why. We were at this church because I think that's where my younger cousin's birthday party was being thrown to him. It's been several years now. I don't remember the specifics, but I remember at the time I was drinking like I was drinking stuff from a little metal flask just because you're a kid, you think it's cool, and the normal funnel we had at home didn't fit into it. And for some reason, the church, I guess, to fill, drinks or whatever, they had, these smaller, party funnels. So I just stole several of those from a church to drink from a flask as a child.
Nah, dude, I still drinks from the church all the time. They got that Jesus apple juice.
Man, I am so tempted to go to a church and just steal the communion crackers and just eat them as snacks.
How many communion wafers do I have to eat to consume a whole Christ?
At least 2.
I mean, you're not wrong.
At least 2.
At least.
I remember
I want to know
actually...
how much Welch's grape juice do you have to drink the full blood of Jesus?
I mean,
I remember... God, the communion wafers thing just reminded me. Back when I actually streamed on Twitch, there was a stream I did, and one of the people in chat who was a friend of a friend I knew, and I made the joke that communion wafers they look like they have an asshole pattern on them, and he just screamed in all caps in chat, "You mean the fucking cross?" Because, I just forgot that. Because, for some reason, I was imagining, basically an X with, additional lines through it. And that's obviously not a communion wafer. So, yeah, I said on stream live once, oh, yeah, communion wafers, they have, they kind of look like they have an asshole design on them.
The cross. I've never seen those. Our wafers are just blank white pieces of bread that taste like styrofoam.
I mean, that's why I like them so much, because I want to eat styrofoam and they take the edge off.
I would enjoy the drinking part of the blood if it wasn't always so freaking hot. It feels like they keep that shit in the boiler room.
I mean, if it was
of a
actually
refrigerator.
wine like the Catholics do. The Catholics party, dude.
It's not. It's Welch's grape juice.
One of my favorite cursed images on the internet is someone eating a whole bowl of communion wafers like cereal, but the liquid they used was White Monster.
Oh god, that's
And honestly, boys, you know what? If we're getting boxes of communion wafers, I will do that. I would do it for the vine.
What? Eat a communion wafer and chug a White Monster?
No, eat a bowl of basically White Monster communion wafer cereal. A big ass.
I mean,
bowl
we
of
should
it.
do.
Put the whole box and multiple cans in.
I mean, we should definitely do a pod one
Tax
day.
evasion.
That's just. I mean, sure, why not? I got nothing better to do. That's a joke.
Which one's more severe, tax evasion or tax fraud?
Fraud, I think.
Probably fraud, yeah.
Because tax evasion's not paying taxes. Fraud is getting a bunch of money, like, through working the tax system, I think.
We got
Boy,
wildly
the taxes
off
sure
topic.
killed the conversation fast.
No, we wildly got off topic.
Something that I'm struggling to think of something. I don't know, because, like, sometimes those are passing moments, like, fleeting moments for me that don't stay in my head. Like, I'll see something that looks, it's like, what the fuck is going on there? And then it just is like, oh, it was nothing. And then, my mind is like, well, that kind of sucked because it wasn't anything extreme or interesting, so it just sort of leaves my mind. I can't say that anything off the top of my head is really coming.
Me neither, to be honest.
You know what shit don't look right? When fucking people don't use their fucking blinkers to merge onto the highway.
Now I'll tell you what don't look right when you got a straight as an arrow cock like the freak show
there you go.
host of
Yeah,
this
there you go.
podcast.
Oh god, yeah. What don't look right is when
He's just not talking now. That's
Nathan.
Nate.
Oh, that ain't good. What doesn't look... let's go back to talking about dicks, Dylan. So, what doesn't
I'm
look
down.
right
I'm
in
down.
porn is when the guy, he's about to plow this girl, and, like, his dick is huge. Like, not just long, but it's, like, extremely round. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm, like, almost the thickness of an arm. That don't look right.
No, it don't.
It just doesn't look right.
To be fair, that's done through multiple things. It's like a lot of the male actors in those videos are like 6 foot plus, and obviously well above the average size. And then they use chicks who are like 100 pounds and like 5 feet tall, and they use camera angles and stuff too. But some of them are just naturally disturbing looking.
Well, they also inject like a type of Viagra, like directly into their dick to make
sometimes,
sure they stay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard of that happening in some cases. Shit's wild. That is definitely one of the many things that doesn't look right. Another thing related to dicks that doesn't look right. Have you ever seen a video where the dude's got a Neapolitan dick?
What do you mean by Neapolitan?
As in he's got a strawberry pink head but a white shaft and chocolate balls, or a different order of those.
Yeah. I've seen that.
It's just weird looking because obviously for most people at least, your dick for some reason is just a darker part of your body than the rest of you, which is weird because most people's dicks don't get sun, so that's weird how that works out. But seeing
it has something to do with blood flow.
Probably. But it's just wild, when you watch a video and you think, oh, this chick looks cute, this will work, and then the dude's just got a fucking carton of Neapolitan ice cream for a cock, and it's
and it takes you out of it. You're like, this
it's
is unrealistic.
distracting. It's really distracting.
No, I always hate with the camera angles when they zoom in on the dude's fucking ass and his
Oh my
balls
God.
slapping it. It's like,
to quote that scene, It's Always Sunny. Who likes that? Who likes that?
I mean, maybe it's maybe they're appealing to the female audience in those camera angles, but it's like, ugh, I don't want to see that.
I've heard women talk about checking out dudes' asses and stuff, but half the time that camera angle's just taint. Nobody wants to see that.
Men twirl while doing missionary.
I've returned from temporary death.
Yeah, what happened?
The battery died on my laptop.
You fucking dumb motherfucker.
Oh shit, that means your recording's fucked, isn't it?
No, it's still going.
Really?
No, yeah, it's
That's
still going.
amazing. Awesome.
There
That
might
is
be
amazing.
a gap in it, but I'll be able to edit it. I'll be to move it around.
Dude,
Dylan and I
the
built
audio
the kind of
tracks of
dicks.
this pod are going to be absolutely fucked, especially mine.
No, it's gonna be a whole lot of fun messing doing this.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you're look, honestly, Nathan, I haven't even given you that much to censor, and I'm not going to, just to be nice, because the audio tracks, you're fucked.
No, it's gonna be a whole lot of fun editing this one.
I
My audio
would keep it
quality
real with
right
you,
now is
Chief.
probably garbage.
This is our 10th episode, and it is one of the most haphazard episodes we have done yet.
It really is.
I
Like,
mean,
this
it
is
could
about
be
the
the
same
milestone.
quality as the other episodes that haven't been released, like the 3/4 episodes and shit. The bonus content ones that have
I think
yet to
we
be
only had
released.
one of those, right?
I thought we had like 1.5, but I could be wrong.
We have a little bit of scrap from an episode, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the floor of my room right now with just holding my mic to my face.
When Nate says we have like scrap of pod episodes, he's mainly referring to half the dialogue I say in these podcasts. You might like wonder, it's like, Dillon doesn't talk that much. He's really not pulling his weight in the podcast. It's really just because I go on very long tangents that are, sometimes politically charged. No, I'm kidding. And then Nate puts a gun to my head and says, "You're gonna smile for the camera and you're gonna shut your bitch ass up."
No, we don't have normal conversations. This podcast has actually ruined our friendship because we can't talk about our lives anymore with each other. Now it's like,
Yeah,
save it
it's-
for the pod or
yeah.
I'll beat your fucking ass.
Well, yeah, Nathan's always the one who's like, save it for the pod. I'm never like, nah. Whenever like one of you's like, yeah, it's just I've been feeling really depressed here lately. I'm like, whoa, save it for the pod, there.
Hold on there, Chief.
buddy.
Look,
Think about the views.
we started this podcast to avoid therapy, so we might as well use it to perform therapy.
I mean, I'd say it's healthy. I mean, who are they to judge? Do therapists open up a podcast and figure out if it's better than their profession? No. So I would say they have no right to duck.
All those armchair therapists out there trying to say that
Yeah.
this is unhealthy. You don't know anything.
What do you know about mental health?
You know
Nah,
do you
look,
know?
I
about
don't-
rolling down the deep.
I don't. Jesus Christ.
What you know
God damn
about
it.
rolling?
I don't need a therapist to tell me my skull and what's inside it are as fucked up as a soup sandwich.
I've considered therapy for a couple of different reasons, and I think one day I will go just to kind of get a feel for it. The one thing that's always bugged me is I'm incredibly cheap, so I don't know if I want to pay for it. And my college offers therapy, which I can't use right now because I'm not in college right now because the semester's over. But I've heard the therapist is actually quite dog shit. So I had one. My friends went to a therapist up there, and she was not very helpful at all. At least I think the therapist was a she. But yeah, therapy's overrated.
It is. My problem with like therapists and psychiatrists, psychologists, all that is one of my deepest rooted traumas is directly related to like one of those individuals. So it's like that's kind of put me off from therapy for the rest of my life.
I understand that.
That will do it.
I think that there are definitely therapy is very important. I think for people who need it.
Yeah.
Like if you're going around thinking there are certain types of people in this world who are less than human simply because I'd say yeah, you need to go to therapy, or if stuffed animals freak you out, or
If stuffed animals turn you on.
I'm hearing a lot of things
Yeah.
that are making me really question my sense of self.
deeper things that I won't go into. I feel like it's just a little too heavy for this podcast, but
We should
Yeah.
we should make a spin-off of this podcast where it's just all the heavy shit.
Oh, God.
that would
The
be our
Bloom-
politically
the
charged
Blue-
one, yeah.
The Bloomfeld Podcast, the X-Files or some shit.
I was
The Uncensored Chronicles or something.
gonna say something earlier before I
Curb
died.
Your Pessimism? Oh, that'd be a fucking fantastic sister podcast. Curb Your Pessimism. That would be so good. Trademark. I'm trademarking that.
Well, you can host that one.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
What were you gonna say, Nathan?
Before I died earlier, I thought of something that was be funny. Like we should just have a whole entire podcast episode where it's just us eating food, like just
Oh my
having
God,
dinner,
no.
and then we're just sitting there talking to each other, so just people can listen to it and just eat with us.
Oh yeah, we should get a full meal like an omelet.
Yeah,
But okay,
no.
before we do that though, we have to have the episode where it's just all of us doing an impression the entire episode. Because who was it going to be again? It was going to be Bernie Sanders. It was going to be... Was it Arthur Morgan?
Arthur Morgan.
And then who was the third one?
I don't know. I don't remember this.
Was it Dutch Vanderland? Or
Was that gonna be Dutch?
Someone else? I don't
No,
remember.
he's gonna be Carl Weezer.
Carl Weezer.
Jimmy! I banged your mom! She was so hot! Your dad's a cuck, he's a beta male! I'm an alpha! Or a sigma! One of those! I don't know. Eat
Mr.
my
Weezer,
ass,
why is it
Jimmy.
that the upper 1% of Sigmas get on the get? I'm losing it. I can't.
Was it last episode or the episode before that where I tried to do a Jigsaw impression and basically just spat all over the mic?
I think it was last episode.
Was it the Batman episode? Okay.
I think so. It was. Yeah.
I love doing Jigsaw impressions, but it's just I've actually watched this a good chunk of the Saw movies, so every time I do it, I just can't hold it. I can't hold it for long. I could do Carl Weezer all day, but Jigsaw takes some serious fucking effort for me. Because if I smile, that's it. I'm dead. I wish I could do Jigsaw on hand, but I remember me and Nathan were playing Dead by Daylight one night, and we went up against a pig like a bunch. So I just started quoting Jigsaw quotes on Twitter. I think that's their @ Jigsaw quotes. It's just bullshit that Jigsaw may or may not have actually said, and it's fucking hilarious. It was what was the Thanksgiving one where it's like, you've always preached morals and treated everyone equally, but now this Thanksgiving you need to show if you are truly thankful for the life that you've had. In front of you is your racist uncle, covered head to toe in gravy. Something along those lines. I fucking love those things. And I wish there was
As you
more
can
of
see,
it.
your balls have been coated in milk and breadcrumbs.
In front of you is a KFC deep fryer. I wish more people did that shit. I love that shit so much. You should all watch the first. You should all watch the first 3 Saw films. They're excellent. Don't watch the rest of them though. They're kind of.
We can start a sister podcast that Logan hosts, which is basically us just watching a movie together with mics on.
I mean, we've already had 2 podcasts where they were movie reviews. One of which the entire episode was a movie review.
We should do another one for Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
We should. God damn it, we're becoming a movie podcast.
I'm fine with that. I love movies.
I mean, we're a podcast about nothing. It's not like it matters.
That's true.
When are we gonna? You know what we should do? I know this podcast, this episode, the end of this episode is just turning into what we're making plans, but I propose a game review. We should do Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh.
That's the one we should do with the voices.
Let me tell you, Arthur, this game's graphics are some of the best I've ever seen from the PlayStation 4.
This is
if we
the
could all do
real
a Red
American dream. You could buy a house for $1,000. Nowadays, it costs $500,000. It's not fair. It's not right.
Red Dead does not. Red Dead Online does not let you buy houses, Dylan. You're fucking right-wing propaganda.
I want homestead
Fuck
robbers.
you, Carl Weezer.
I want to sell horses.
I want heist. I want to sell some goddamn wild horses.
I mean, if we were going to do that, we should all do Red Dead characters. I don't know what Dillon can do.
Are you saying Bernard Sandor is not a Red Dead Redemption 2 character?
No.
I mean,
Fuck
I
you.
don't know. You could probably make Bernie Sanders in Red Dead Online.
I should do that.
I mean,
Also,
hit
we
me with
should-
your best.
Okay.
Hit me with your best
Okay,
Hosea impression.
I'm trying to think of like lines he said. Dutch, I thought the plan was to go out west.
Yeah, that's not terrible. It's actually not
It's
bad.
not bad.
I don't know. You probably need to practice it a bit if you want to do it for an entire
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Can you do John Marston?
No.
I don't think it's that hard. I mean, you just gotta really put your throat into it.
Abigail, you throw that thing back like no one else.
So how'd you know her?
I'm asking you to be my wife.
Okay, we are rambling. Let's fucking wrap up.
She made that thing clap more than a monkey clapping cymbals. So how'd you know, Spider-Man?
Like in front of God.
For the love of okay, Nathan, don't make me fucking take the reins away from you.
Quick,
All
why
right,
does
so
Mountain
thank
Dew
you all.
Voltage taste better than regular Mountain Dew?
Because they put electricity in it.
Fuck right. I will consume Voltage and become pure energy just like Electro in Spider-Man No Way Home, which you can find our thoughts on the Bloomfield Podcast episode 2.
My leg's falling asleep. My leg's asleep.
Power through it, pussy.
I can't feel my leg.
Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to tip your waitress and give the homies a good kiss on the lips. You can find
Feel
me...
free to check out our socials in the description.
Yeah, Bloomfield at Bloomfield Pod is the Twitter account. You can find the rest of us. It's the only accounts that Twitter is following. Maybe Rojogan, depending on the day. It's whatever. I feel like fucking around with that account. And you can find me on Twitch. You can find me on twitch.tv/LoganDaKid. All one word. Kid is spelled Kidd, all lowercase, I think. And remember, smoke grass, ride fast,
Eat
and
ass,
eat
sled
ass.
fast.
Yeah, that too.
Poggers.
We should go sledding in a mall.
Oh my god.
Okay, is everyone ready to cut this fucking recording?
Okay,
No,
fine.
I will go on for 20 more minutes.
I mean, I'm still going.
I swear to God, y'all, like, we had it, okay? We had the outro. Now fucking on 3 we cut.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.